Cleo was a very happy little spider. She lived with her mother and father by the side of a quiet road in the crack of a paving stone. Cleo loved children. She spent many an hour watching them play, laughing and shouting, skipping and running. She longed to be friends with them and join in the fun. But to her alarm, she discovered that most children didn't like her. Oh, help! A spider! They screamed and ran away. Why don't children like me? Cleo looked at her mother with a tear running down her cheek. Cleo's mother sighed quietly and rested one of her 8 legs gently around Cleo. She shook her head, replying softly, "Unfortunately, Cleo, it isn't only children. People of all ages are frightened of us. I wish I had an answer for you, but I really don't know why." Cleo stared at her mother sadly and decided at that very moment that she, Cleo, would spend as much time as possible trying to win the love of the children she was so fond of. It was 9 o'clock on a Monday morning. Cleo's father had gone out for the day and the school bell was ringing. Cleo watched silently as the children filed in through the school gate. She scurried as fast as her 8 legs would take her, zigzagging her way through the playground towards the high brick walls of the school building. She climbed the wall until she reached a window ledge and then made her way steadily to the window. It was difficult for her to see into the schoolroom, so she continued her journey to the top of the window pane, and there she began to spin a long, fine thread. She attached it to the corner and expertly spun backwards and forwards, and in no time at all she'd made a magnificent silk web. It looked like fine lace. By clinging on to her beautiful creation, she could see the children settle down to their first lesson. She would so like to sit with them, listening to the teacher and joining in with the lesson, which was all about dinosaurs. Cleo sat comfortably in her web for what seemed like a very long time. The sun was becoming quite hot on that July morning and was beating down on the window where she sat. At that moment, she saw Alison, the little girl with bunches in her hair. She had put her hand up to attract the teacher's attention and was now pointing towards the window. The teacher nodded and Alison got up and walked towards the window to open it. "A spider! A spider!" she screamed. "A spider! I can't open the window. It may come into the classroom." What could Cleo do? Why was Alison so frightened? With a tear in Cleo's eye, she retreated as fast as she could, back down the wall, leaving her impressive web behind her. The teacher was now admiring the beautiful silky web and telling the children what an art it was and how clever spiders are. Now the lesson turned from dinosaurs to spiders. "Who knows why spiders spin webs?" he asked the class. Simon put up his hand. "To catch flies for their food," he said. "Correct," said the teacher. "And there's another reason many spiders spin webs." Jess's hand shot up. "My sister said that some spiders use their silk to move from place to place, just like Spider-Man." Everyone laughed, and the teacher said, "Well done, Jess." The very next day, Cleo returned to her spider's web on the classroom window. She wanted to see the children one last time. But to her amazement, when Alison spotted Cleo, instead of screaming and running away, She walked up to the window, looked carefully at Cleo, and slowly smiled. That afternoon, Cleo returned home for tea. Her mother was waiting for her and was so delighted to see Cleo, the happiest little spider she had seen for a very long time.